I like boxing. Boxing's been good to me.
So, my uncle, they called him Moish, or Morris, was kind of like a local legend when the Catskills were really one of the most flourishing areas in the entire state. Rocky trained at Grossinger's, and which was probably the most famous hotel up there. And Rocky, I think, I can give you the exact story. He asked Rocky to join him for some sort of fundraiser, and they became like best friends. And when I was growing up, even in the 70s, I remember going to. They lived in a place called South Fallsburg, and as my father lived, there were three brothers, and I remember all the stories that Rocky was always at the house. He was always, he invited my father to sit front row at the Ezra Charles fight, and my father would go down to Fort Lauderdale when he moved down to Florida, invite him to his house, and would have lunch, and a lot of times he enjoyed eating at my grandparents. And I told. He reminded him of his parents. He'd go instead of going to a fancy restaurant, he'd go upstairs in a little apartment and have a sandwich. And my father, who was basically a plumbing and heating contractor, would come in and just talk to him. I never really understood that the heavyweight champ was sitting right next to me. I was more concerned with getting the plumbing job done. My father's still around. He's pretty sharp. He can't hear very well, but he's 94 in September. He always tells me what a nice guy Rocky was. He really was just a nice guy. And he would have been. So, he always says he would have been so good for the sport as a commentator. And, my father told me that one time Rocky and my uncle were like kidding around, and Rocky just kind of clipped him very, very gently, but almost knocked him out. And Morris was mad. And Morris was a big, strong guy. He was very strong. He was the strongest of the three brothers. And Morris was a character. He had a way where he was very friendly to a lot of celebrities. Rocky loved him. He was at my cousin Herbie's bar mitzvah. I said, that was, when Herbie passed away 10 years ago, and I remember talking to Herbie. I said, Rocky Marciano bar mitzvah. He goes, yeah, he was always around.